Hey guys, I'm Lisa Tedder with Tedder Bear Stamping. I am a demonstrator with Stampin' Up! And I live in North Carolina. If you are in need of a demonstrator, I would love to be your girl. So anytime you purchase from me, any amount after $35, I will send you a PDF full of 16 projects with pictures and step-by-step instructions. So I hope that you take me up on that. And I also have a blog that is tedderbearstamping.com. And every video that I do, I try to put it out there so that you can see pictures that are close up and get more on the dimensions if you missed them on the video. So hang in here and let's do this together. All right, thanks. So today we're going to do a slimline card using the Birds and Branches stamp set and also the Here's a Card Just for the Sentiment. I hope you like this. This is my first slimline card and I really enjoyed this. So let's get started. So we're going to start off with a piece of Balmy Blue that is 7 by 8.5, and we're going to come in with our trimmer, our paper trimmer, and we're going to score it. And I want to make sure, because this is just a weird, I want to make sure I get it scored in the right spot. All right, so you're going to do it at 3.5. There we go. All right, so 3.5, and then we're going to score that. And that looks really good. All right, then we are going to have layers, and I'm going to go ahead and put those together first, but let me tell you what we need. So we need some black glitter. Look at how beautiful that is. And that is 8 by 3 inches. And we also need a piece of black because we're doing the exact same thing on the inside, but I didn't think it needed glitter. So we need an 8 by 3 of black. Then we need 2 pieces of the Pacific Point that is 2 3/4 by 7 3/4. One for the inside, one for the outside. 1 piece of vanilla that is 7.5 by 2.5. And In Good Taste DSP, which is Designer Series paper, is the same, 7.5 by 2.5. And I've already pre-cut all the leaves that we're going to use, and that it comes from the kit Birds and Branches, so it's very easy to cut out. So I have those done. And I'm also using for the dies, because I needed circles, so I'm using this one and this one from Tasteful Labels dies. So we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to go ahead and put on one of the Pacific Point onto the black glimmer, and I'm going to use glue because that sticks to this much better. Tape doesn't seem to work very well on glitter. So I don't need to turn it over because I have the writing on this side. So we're going to go ahead and put this on. And gosh, that blue against this black is stunning. Look at that. Oh look, it kind of gets a blue tinge to it just to have that blue right next to it. Isn't that cool? All right, so then we are going to go ahead and put that on to the base. And I'm going to use the Stampin' Seal Plus because I want it to stick. Make sure, okay. I just saw black and I thought for a second I'm using the black one for the inside. All All right, and then that goes on here. So that's pretty easy so far. It's really not a hard card. It just uses some dies that we need to die cut. All right, so yay, pretty. All right, so now we are going to bring in the In Good Taste, and we're going to put it with this. And this is what I do. And let me bring this down so you can see. This grid paper, you have to have it. It just makes it so much easier when you're doing things like what I'm doing right now, is that you use the 0 line here, and then you figure out on both sides, and it goes to 3 3/4 on both sides here. And so you just eyeball this circle right here in the middle. And I'm going to just hold it there and bring in my machine. And I'm using the magnetic plate. And if you, by any chance, move anything, it's still okay, because we are, my last one I made, it was off and you couldn't really tell. Whoops, and here I've got it backwards. Hold on, let me switch it around. Okay. Okay, so I don't know whether you can see the detail in this, but it gives you a jagged edge, and it has die cut circles around. It's really, really pretty. I kind of ignored this circle before, but now I'm glad that I didn't, you know, continue to ignore it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it over and put a bunch of dimensionals onto the back of it, and because I want it to look like the birds are dimensional on the front, so I will speed you up. That is already so beautiful. Whoop, down here. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and put on our leaves. Now for this one, I sponged it just a tad bit with some garden green because I wanted it to be a little bit textural and to look more fall-like. So I'm going to go ahead and with a dauber just put some on. Okay, so that gives it a nice realistic look, as best as you can, I guess. I have dirty fingers, but that's okay. All right, so then I'm going to come in with my scissors and just trim this because we don't need this big old thing. And I cut off this, and then we're going to use that, and then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. And then we're also going to do the same for the Cajun Craze. I almost called it Rust. And then this is left over from the last one. So you would get 4, but I already used up 3, or 1 from the day before. All right, so you're going to bring in this, and we're going to go ahead and put down the green first, and eyeball where you're going to be putting your glue and then kind of remembering. So down here and up here. Okay, so I didn't even need this extra green, but we'll put it aside for another time. So now we have that, and I really love how that looks. It looks very fall-like. Now we're going to go ahead and stamp our birds, and I just have a scratch piece of vanilla here, and I am using Balmy Blue and Bumblebee for my bird colors. Okay, and since we have this scratch piece of paper out, let's do our sentiment, and I'm going to do that in Memento. And like I said, this stamp set is from Here's a Card, because there was no sentiment in this stamp set, so I had to come up with something, and I needed something that would fit in the circle. So this is why I had to pick Hello There. Plus, it can be good for any occasion. All right, so let's go ahead and bring in our scan and cut machine. And I've already cut out the yellow bird and got him all ready. So we're going to just go ahead and get the blue one ready. And I am going to go ahead and get that and then do this circle here. So we're all set. Okay, so we have the bird and we have the hello there, and because there is no die for the wings, I'm going to go ahead and just cut him out. And I'm not leaving any white on this at all, or vanilla, not white. So just fussy cut. And then to make the wing stand out a little bit more, I'm going to come in with a sponge and just sponge that edge of the wing, just to make him look a little bit more 3D-ish. Is that even a word, 3D-ish? It just adds, in my opinion. All right, so let me show you. This is what it looks like with the sponging. See how it just adds? All right, so we're going to go ahead and put a dimensional on the back. If I can find where I stuck it. And I am going to cut one in half because I don't have my little ones here. All right, and that's just going to go on top. Isn't that cute? Okay, so now we're going to bring in our card again, and I have the yellow one that's going to go here and the blue one that's going to go here. So I'm just going to go ahead and put some adhesive along the bottom. And again, I'm using the Stampin Seal Plus because I really like how that holds. And I'm going to go ahead and put a dimensional just on the back so that he still stays, no matter what, popped up a little bit from that hole. We don't want him to get down. All right, so let's put adhesive on the bottom. And one dimensional at the top. Ah, look how cute that is. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and put some adhesive on my circle. And he's going to go right in here. I want it to be where that leaves go over it. See, look how cute that is. Okay, and then to make things even better, I'm coming in with the holiday rhinestones, and I'm using the little blue rhinestones for their eyes because that's just, you have to have some sparkle, and that really sets it off, don't you think? All right, so now for the inside, we are going to bring in our 3 pieces. Again, it's 7.5 by 2.5 for vanilla, 2 3/4 by 7 3/4 for the Pacific Point, and the black is 8 by 3. So these all go together. And this is going to get stamped with the leaf from the set, and that is going to go in Cajun Craze because that's the color that we used on the front. You always kind of want to keep your colors the same. And the flowers are going to go in the Bumblebee. And you could, let me do this. I'm going to, just to give it a little bit of a fall look, is I'm going to do the rock and roll technique. If you've not heard about it, you get one in the lighter color and then you just take a little bit on the other and roll it. Oh, look at how pretty that is. That came out so good. I wish I'd done that on the other one. Doesn't that look more fall now? All right, so now let's go ahead and put these together and I'll be done. I want to show you a sneak peek of my live that I'm going to be doing Thursday, just in case. Thursday at 4 my time on YouTube. I will be posting it to Facebook if I can. I am, hopefully we'll do better this time than I did last time, but we shall see. Just hang in there with me and we will get through this. So let me go ahead and put this on the inside. Oh, that does look so much better with the 2 colors on there. All right. There. Wouldn't you love to get this in the mail? I sure would. All right, let me show you a sneak peek of what I am going to be doing. Oh, excuse me. All right, so one is, this is my pillow gift. So if you spend $35, you will get this, which is a cute little stand-up that does It stands up on its own and has your little pad. And it closes so pretty. Isn't that gorgeous? And this one that has, see if you can see it better. Oh, look at how pretty that is. Okay, so we're going to be doing this live on Thursday at 4 o'clock. So I hope you join me. And I will see you next week. Thank you.